So, yeah.
We got the 1Q versus 1Q versus 1 Don.
Yeah, we have stronger
fun.
players in the league this time around, so I'm quite happy about it.
All right, what do we got here? Ooh, right off the bat, this is something that I always look for when I'm reviewing a game because I view this as a specialty move, the bottom left-hand 3/4 stone. Reason for that is because okay, wait, black's facing as well. This makes it a little bit more complicated. But yeah, essentially, whoever approaches here is going to be happy. But the same thing with this one, so we'll see how it goes. Might be talking about it later. That said, as a result, I don't prioritize this approach. I prioritize either enclosing or approaching here because I get to expand and approach or take away and expand and approach. This one's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But okay. Kosumi, diagonal, or 2 space, it's fine. It's a little bit weird to see the Kosumi with a high approach because this is more of a territorial thing, but should be okay. Now, I would love to say there's a nice simple variation that white can play here, but I've never found one. 10 years ago, I would say there is, but no one plays those variations anymore. They play more aggressive ones, so I can't really list those because I used to just say, oh yeah, just play here and
I learned that too. Yeah,
it's gonna be fine. But they get like push and cuts and ladders now, and it's just like I hate you.
Yeah, I hated this pincer. I was just like, what do I do?
Honestly, it's not all that bad just to play this because we have the diagonal, so we have a strong top. We could just play something traditional. Like we're going back to the 1960s, but hey, whatever. It can still work out.
I think I did get this contra pincer. Just I left my right side group a bit weak.
I see. So we got this one, and then yeah, okay. And now, okay, whoa. That's
I feel like that's overplay. I just didn't know how to take advantage of it.
Yeah, because here's the hallmark of this. We know white's going to get this move in, and we know it's going to be Sente. And we know we can't connect up. So once we know that 1 and 3 are on the board, do we still want to be in this position? The answer to that is probably no. Did you? Oh, you kicked first. Yeah, I'd rather do the diagonal here. It does pretty much the same thing. All we're doing is making sure that this can't be played because it's just like, no, stop it.
Black
no, definitely not that.
K18 then?
I see.
Coming out to really, really strong. The minute you play here, you're giving your opponent the option of being like, hey, would you rather end this position now and just be like, hey, how you doing? And that's fantastic. It's like, oh, okay, I'm happy now. Whoa. Wait, this is played? Okay, hi. So Atari? Wait, what? I probably Atari and then play here. Then we're solid. We are nice and happy again. And now white's a little unfortunate because there are moves on this board that we don't want to see. We do not want to see this because suddenly black has a wall going across over half of the board, which is generally frightening.
Yeah, black did end up with a huge middle. I was giving influence like left and right for territory.
Yeah,
I'm experimenting with, yeah.
Yeah, this is too defensive here. We want to keep the weak groups split apart. And then if he jumps up onto this one, I would say you could play a safe move and go into here, but truthfully, I'd probably play here and see if I can get some forcings. Because working against this one is just not going to work out. Not unless black wants to give up something in return. All right, not bad. I might be a little more aggressive with taking the shape point, but this is fine. Yeah, to prevent a move like that, exactly. Because they play here, and then, I mean, this is playable, I guess, in theory, but it's just two weak groups again, if black wants to actually do this kind of thing, because the top's in trouble again.
But why are those two stones, why are the two black stones at M16 and L16 important?
Because if we do nothing about them, we can start building up that large scary wall again that we just don't want to see.
But I
So
mean,
this is
once
more about
white,
white coming out.
right? But
And
once white starts coming out, like once white plays M14, are they still important?
right here we can play elsewhere
Yes.
theoretically. I would probably answer because I like the Hane, but I'm probably not going to answer this one.
All right.
I give a little bit more shape to my my other group because I can make
Right.
shape this
Okay.
way later and this way later and like over in here and whatever. We've made like a little, I don't know, a little horsey or something. But
Nice.
yeah. This is not bad. That I will just give up. Like, okay, sure, that's yours, thanks. And then get in a good approach with Sente. Or maybe this. This is fine too.
Yeah.
This is a variation that nobody likes. You
I
play there.
misread that hard.
Yeah, then everyone feels bad about being here. Because like it's just a clump of stones for everybody. Like this is not good for anybody.
It's not pretty.
Like in the end of the game, this is literally going to be played.
Mm.
Like, okay. So it's like, how many stones are just clumped up in one corner? Oh, this is good. Okay, black's happy now. I'd play here
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You could still play faster, arguably, but I would probably
So-
not want to risk the Aji.
How
Just-
much
yeah, I
advantage
like
would
it.
you give to black after this exchange? Because I know that wall is scary, but I also got a lot of points on the top.
So you do have points on the top. The main concern that I have right now is your move right now is force. You have to enclose because we can't allow the approach. Like if black gets an approach in, white will not grow territory the rest of this game. And the danger there is that gives a chance to either build, which I think is slow, shoulder it, which I think is more interesting, or go for maximum greed and try and just connect up the entire wall across all the things, which ironically is actually Sente because we can't allow this move on the board right now. Otherwise, the two stones in the upper left are in trouble. So the influence just starts really throwing its weight around. The AI might be able to find a way to perfectly reduce this at the right time, but I'll probably lose this game every time.
Yeah, because I started studying with AI recently. I see how much more he values the territory versus influence. So I started experimenting with like hard, territory first.
Yeah, the trouble with that, that's only predicated on the idea that you can reduce effectively at the exact right time for the exact number of right moves, which I can't do.
I see.
And I've even seen professionals struggle with it as well. It's really problematic. Pincering here, I think, is absolutely fine because it can't go in. That's a problem. I'd play high here because we're putting maximum pressure on our little opponent. I'm tempted to just kick though also, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Because the influence is more than just that right-hand side. If I can kick here and then get an approach, I might be able to redirect my influence. Like let's say we play, it's probably not gonna be this Joseki, but let's say we pick a Joseki here. Suddenly, things like this and this turn into very, very biggest hacks while we're building. Because, this is suddenly a false eye for this thing. So we're still struggling for life. Getting this around, however, is amazingly good for white. Oh, you're afraid of getting cut through. Huh. Cut? Is that really a problem? I mean, seems fine.
Yeah, I
Black
guess
wants to give
didn't
this
even
away.
read that. I was just like, okay, he can cut me.
Oh, in that case, I'd probably do this one instead then. I like it a little bit more because this doesn't change the fact that, your opponent can still play here. But at least with this one, then it's a lot more difficult, in my opinion. Here I will resign first rather than play there. I'm going to play this one, and that stone is a dead man later on. I don't care. It's doing its job in preventing this from occurring, and that's about it. Like, can't get a solid connection up. But yeah, Sente right now is super important. If we lose Sente here, which
I
we
feel
might
like I still have
because
Santa. He has to respond to that, right?
this could turn into a huge code later on. Oops. Not sure if it's going to be viable to play, but it is big odds of having to suddenly like pop up in endgame or something. Or if let's say white's in a leading position, suddenly this code comes back to haunt, and that could swing it back into black's favor. It's really, really irritating to have on the field. Or even like just cutting through here, to be honest.
What if white extends instead of cutting immediately?
If he extends, then we can just follow. Like we get this one, but if it means the other side is dead, these 2 stones are probably worth. If it means the other side's gone, yeah, that'd be worth it. So yeah, it's just an awkward shape, which is why I would play this very this. Nope. All right, I hate you.
You found it.
Yeah, it was this one, and then off of yours, I would definitely play the Hane into something like this one that I'm playing away. Because getting this in is so huge right now.
He does get it.
And close? Okay, sure. High or no, I think I might actually force high, not low. Problem with low is I don't think I actually want to see this move on the board right now. And at Dawn level, he knows the attachment, so.
Yeah, I mean, Insong did the lecture on this that I watched, so I'm comfortable with these attachments. But he shoulder hit actually, which is I think good. He reduced it because
Shoulder hit's okay. Since we know that we probably have a force move here, though, I'm actually inclined to play old school with this little shoulder hit, or not shoulder hit, but the classic reduction off the large knight here, just to try to grow the left-hand side. Like, I'm fine with this. Black's influence is still worrisome. I don't like shoulder hitting. I like responding once and then getting into the middle.
so
Black
the
needs
way
to
I
go
was
that.
thinking about it is that was a ladder block for that one on top. But I guess
Ladder? What?
214.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to be clever, but
Uh,
didn't really work out because
Yeah, even if he doesn't ladder you, I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too far.
exactly that's why.
Yeah.
But my thought was like that. Oh, he has to do
Ah.
something because it's a ladder block.
Gotcha. Do I want to show this? Not really. Am I going to? Yeah, probably. So something that would be safer to reduce that area. Okay, not safer, it's actually psychotic. But since you do have the ladder, you are absolutely right about that. But there's a force move here as well into like the ladder breaker you just mentioned.
Okay. Oh,
There's
wow.
a non-zero chance we can just start reducing all the things. Like if you
Hey.
want to get into Ko, he has to allow one of these. But if it was me, I would just be like, yeah, fine, I don't care. Don't do all those forcing moves. Small knight. Oh, right, because the ladder. Okay, this is actually kind of big. Even if
I did get it as soon as I realized
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
yeah, I like this a little bit better, even if we were going to go back and play the ladder breaker, because we have an unexpected result here. Like you were trying to get a ladder breaker, but we've got a heavy group suddenly. It doesn't have a base. So I'd be more interested to see where this is going first and foremost. Like here into something over in this one, and then go back and play the thing that we hope is working.
I see.
Though to be fair, even
Take
now,
the
this is really
forcing moves
large.
first, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so we got this. Maybe it's to extend again. Oh, back to here. Okay. It's possible there's something here, but I do not like this. For the record, I'm opposed to this idea.
Yeah, I was thinking
Very
about it.
bad
I
thing.
gave up on it really quickly though. Then
Okay.
decided to, attack that group.
Mm-hmm.
So
So this is settled. Left is fine.
I was wondering how big it was that move on d6.
Yeah, d6 is pretty good. I'm only concerned that it's offering up c8. I don't want him to play that. So I might actually just stay low. Or I might try this one, but I'm worried about the counterattack. This move is what I'm really not happy about right now. I do not want to see b17 on the board for black. Because it's a little uncomfortable to play.
Yeah, the
I
whole
feel like
time
we
I
have to
was.
play that one like right now.
I see.
And then maybe come out from there too. But then like this is the problem with influence. Like because there's so many places we could go that, well, we don't want to build over there or there or there, then suddenly it's hard to find continuations to our play. And any like slow move or bad shape on our part is really exacerbated by the influences on the board. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and settle here. Okay, not bad. Sure.
I had to like because all the moves against that percentile, I was like, I have to come back there.
Technically, this isn't Sente.
Yeah, I misjudged it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go ahead and turn here.
Mm-mm.
Or, I mean, if you'd like, you can also harass over here. This one's got my attention.
Mm.
Trying to build, okay. Trying to keep it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to reduce at this point because it's getting big. I'm trying
Yeah,
the
I don't
way
really see a
in,
clean way in.
but I should have tried the elephant eye there instead of N6. I should have N7. I should have done N8 maybe.
Yeah, you could definitely try this one. Only problem is we can still defend here as black because even if we're cut off, there's still this move on the board to grab the base that we're looking for. So this group can probably live local, even if it's surrounded somehow. So black can keep defending this main source, which is the huge problem here.
What do you think about N8 in this situation? Like
N18.
N8.
Oh, N8, sorry.
Yeah. After.
Keep going. Oh, you pressed.
Yeah, before N7.
Yeah, instead of that.
There.
I mean, I feel like I'll get cut, but even so, maybe I won't even. I feel like I
Well,
messed
an
up.
initial response is that's going to require counting, which I'm probably not going to do. So I would be interested to see.
Yeah, what happens there?
Giving up that group.
Let's see, the right. No, you know what? I think it's actually worthwhile to keep everything. Because you can go ahead and play here.
Hmm.
I mean, it seems fine. Because that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of territory we're talking about in the middle of the board. It's probably it definitely probably outvalues the right-hand group for white. It's just we can't really get in there anymore, which is the unfortunate part. We waited a little bit too long because there's this. This is fine. This isn't bad, but I think if we're going to get in there, it's got to be like now. Just following it from the bigger side. But he's going to get the left-hand side now as a result, but we get to reduce the center, which is probably okay.
And we're also building our territory with that. Like that bottom group's getting big, I guess.
If we'd played here, it'd be a little bit better because the corner's getting a lot larger. Like from here, we could probably play this into literally this. Got our points on the bottom. We're now into the center. The 3 stones still have to settle somehow. We might be able to get a little greedy here. Hard to say. I wouldn't risk this move, but yeah. Before that, though, I would just not be giving away the wall. The wall is very painful. And then here's the question of how soon can we cap this to keep its growth under control? Because yeah, that wall right here that he's getting is very, very painful. We need to try something in here to make sure it doesn't continue growing. 'Cause yeah, at this point, oh, that's actually a lot of territory. Wait, why is that? Yeah, I think there's slight overreaction here. Just keep that from growing or from coming out.
Hmm.
Because this is hard to cut off, but even if, again, like I mentioned, even if it does get cut off, there, you're cut off. All right, the variation that kills you is admittedly a bad example of what to play.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess you can just retreat, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, giving up the 1 stone is definitely larger, or definitely smaller, getting up the top.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you end up
that's
being
big.
quite close again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite happy with this. I was like, all right, I'm
Mm-mm.
back.
Yeah, he was really back.
This is interesting.
I tried to find something, but I couldn't make anything work. So I just-
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent time
Something.
reading this one. I was like, no, not giving you anything.
If anything was gonna work, you would start here
But
while
then
there's fewer moves on the
F17
board.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see anything working there. Because we can't get that, we can't get this in, unfortunately.
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's 1 liberty off. Just 1 liberty
So
off.
close.
Either way, this is actually a really good endgame though.
He got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did get that.
That is not good endgame.
Yeah, no, I'm trying more shenanigans.
Like if it's a close game and you're trying things like that, that could throw it in your opponent's favor because that's an extra point.
Hmm.
That's an extra 2 points.
Yeah, I was quite happy with all of this. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Such big end game. Okay, we're trying to live again. Okay, you've got to live there.
He didn't.
You have to. I don't know how. Like, yeah,
I
you have to
tried,
play
but,
this. You have to play this and just try to live because that's too many stones that we're
Okay.
throwing away back there.
This is where I entered the Bioyomi too. So it was.
Okay. I mean, it
No, I
almost
just-
works.
But yeah,
That about covers the game. Any question about it?
no, it was fairly straightforward. I think. Thank you for the review.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was good. Thank you, Jordan.